to the Creation Evaluation Station. On this episode, we are going to be evaluating this. It's Monkey Kid's Chang'e Moon Cake Factory. Before I talk any more on this, just let those who've not familiar with my channel here, I do in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, but sometimes other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works such as movies, cartoons, and video games. And because they are in-depth reviews, and this one is a larger set, they tend to be on the long side. So there are links, or not links, timestamps down here on the bottom where the red line is, or down in the description, that will help you to jump around to your favorite part or the parts you're most interested, or you can use them as bookmarks to come back and finish the video at another time. Since I cover all sorts of things like what's inside the box, what pieces are in the set, and stuff like that, they get long, plus not everybody's interested in all that. But I do have the regular review, and I do my final eval where I score it and give my final thoughts on it and stuff like that, so you can jump around and see what you're most interested in. So, getting back to this set. First, its stats, because I have a story too, kind of related to this. But it is set number 80032. It's for ages, is it 7 or 8? It's for ages 8 plus. Has 609 pieces, and it retails for $69.99 on the Lego website, which there's a link down below in the description. And that leads me to my story, because I got this a little, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago or whatever. I was still finishing up my Jurassic World set, so I didn't get right to this as much as I wanted to. So I bought it a little while ago, and I didn't remember the price. I don't always remember the prices, so I usually look it up before I get set up for doing these videos. I went to look it up, and I was kind of shocked, because it was like some almost 90 bucks for the set, and I'm like, I don't remember paying that much for it. I thought it was around $60 or $70. Well, come to find out, and this has already happened to me once before, there's some kind of glitch with the Lego website, where if you just type in www.lego.com, instead of going to your local region, it goes to a random region. I live here in the US, so it would be Lego website I think it's com, but it's also like /en.us or something like that, maybe /us, which means English US. Well, when I got on there, I apparently went to the New Zealand branch. Don't know how that happened. And it happened to me before, because I've been to the United Kingdom one, and I've been to the Canadian one, which they have different prices and different availabilities too, because some of the sets I was looking around a little bit before I left, and some of the other sets that I've been looking for were sold out, or plus the sets were outrageously priced. I'm like, oh my gosh, they must have raised all the prices on the sets. No, I was just on the wrong site. So that's my little story regarding this set. Now, I'm looking forward to putting this together, and Monkey Kid is loosely based on the mythos of Journey to the West. Well, this one is a different mythology about the princess in the moon, along with the fact that there are supposedly rabbits on the moon as well. These are Far East mythologies. You know, over here in the U.S. and stuff, it's the moon's made of cheese. But you know, different regions have their own mythos. But this set looks really fun. Oh, I didn't show the back and the front. I showed the front for a good while. If I can get rid of the glare there. There we go. There's the back, or the front. This is the back. Anyways, this looks really fun, and I'm looking forward to putting it together. I don't know if there'll be anything really unique in the building designs, but it's a unique set in it of itself, so I can't wait. Well, let's go get it put together. Here we have the contents of the box. We have a really thick instruction booklet, and oh my, look at all those stickers. There's a lot there. There's some really cool things here. See this here and the one above it? It's a play on the original space theme for Lego. That's so cute. With the, you know, the moon or the planet as a moon cake, and a little rabbit flying around it. Yeah, perfect for this set, but oh, so nostalgic too. Alright, so we have bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, bag 5, there it is, 5, and bag 6. But wait, there's a few more loose parts. We have 2 cockpit transparent pieces, whatever you want to call them, over here, and that is it. Here we have our first bag, and I also threw in the large window pieces as well. And we have, since it's the first bag, we have our obligatory brick separator. We have nice clear pieces here, clear flag pieces. We got a lot of transparent parts. We got saucers and transparent orange. Got some interesting, all those pneumatic pieces. Don't know what they're going to be used for. Got all these smaller transparent saucers, medium size, and a bunch of other little parts. What's interesting is they didn't have all these separated into 2 bags with the smaller parts in a separate one. We have a print here for some kind of controllers, I think, and we have our princess here. There she is, as well in parts. On to bag 2. We got a lot bigger pieces in here. Some really chunky ones, like these quarter dome pieces. Got quite the array of colors too. And we have this awesome silver piece here. Got quite a few colors. This is pretty crazy. This one was actually separated, the bigger pieces from the smaller pieces like usual. My first bag just must have been too few pieces for them to bother. We have a printed controller piece. We also have a transparent blue door that goes to this little cupboard piece, whatever you want to call them. Container. A lot of little different colored pieces. Transparent orange, 1x2. I don't know if some of these odd colored things are inside pieces or what. There's definitely some oddball ones like those light purple ones. So I once again had some kind of mess up and did not record bag 3. I had something else that was recorded instead. So we are going to look the full instruction booklet, and this is going to count as bag 3, although you'll probably be looking at the rest of these parts throughout the rest of the parts section. There are 3 pages, so bear with me. We will be doing this eventually with older sets that I have already put together. I do have all the instruction booklets somewhere or other. It's a major project, is to go through all them and organize them into filings so I can find things easy. Big project for later on. Alright, one more page to go. Once again, sorry about this. It's just too late. I'm not going to break everything down because, as you can see, I have everything put together already. On to bag 4. Got a lot more assorted pieces. Not quite as many in this bag. And just, if you have been watching, the previous bags with the weird colors in it, yeah, those were internal pieces. A whole bunch of these are probably for a shooter. And we have the big guy in here, and the special golden ring that they're chasing. Although I still say that piece looks like a toilet seat. But yeah, we have our cute little bunnies over here too. Oh, and I missed the flame piece that goes with the ring. I like that blue flame piece, pretty cool. And he's got his pitchfork. Yep. Here we have bag 5. We have a lot more plates, but also some bricks. Big bricks. Some more silver radar dishes, which is, I don't know, let's bring our total up to 4, 5. We got these pieces, which I haven't seen in a while. Blue. And transparent large radar dishes. We have the carrot. Of course, we'd have carrots. We have this transparent red brick. Seems out of place, but find that out more later when we put it together. We have a couple prints here. Well, more than a couple, but 2 different prints. We have this one piece that's printed, and then we have these, which are moon cakes. Oh, and I forgot this guy over here. It's a little dial printed. Nice to have those. Oh, and we got 2. I missed that one. There's 2 of them. Probably an extra. Carrots, and we have Mohawk Cat, which I don't know the name of him, but I didn't know he was in this set. There's so much going on in this set. Transparent orange piece, studs, transparent pink cheese slopes, transparent pink 1x2, transparent yellow. Are those tiles? No, those are 1x1s. And a transparent orange saucer, tiny, small one. Lots of different things in this one. Here we have our last and final bag. Now, I have not seen pieces like this before, curved with the thing. I'm not saying I haven't made them, but that's unique to me, and kind of on the rare side. We also have a lot of these, as I call them, carrot sticks, because I'm pretty sure this is the build for the carrot rocket ship. Round plates, other plates and tiles. We got another silver colored dome, 3 crates here, a green rocket booster, and an orange rocket booster, or nose, depending on how you use it. Oh, yes, we have this print. And we have a whole bunch more mooncakes. A lot of mooncakes. These in blue, and these are interesting pieces. They're studs on side, but only on 2 sides. The other 2 sides are flat. See where that comes in handy. And our last figure here, which I'm going to nickname Rabbot. And some kind of Looks like a wheel hub, but I don't think there's any tires in this. But yeah, this is the last bag. Let's go finish this up. Here we have the leftover pieces. And of course, there's a brick separator. And we have quite a bit other things here too. We got a blue wand or bars, foliage from a carrot. I got a gold roller skate or nougat color, I guess. I'm not quite sure it's gold. We have printed pieces down here. Yes, there was an extra, both of them, and there was plenty of extra moon cakes. And we have tons of dots, some transparent, some not. Dots, studs, hollow studs. Oh, so much extra little kibble in this. Here we have our cast of characters. Got quite a few here, and quite the assortment as well. For starters, there's our Moon Princess, Chang'e, and then we have Pigsy, and this fellow over here they call Lunar Rabbit Robot. Now I just call it Rabot, but that's my idea for it. And we have Mo over here, and then we have these two bunny rabbits who don't really have names, but I was surprised Mo was in here. I didn't even know he was in it. I didn't look really close. There's a lot going on with this set. And you see there's got figures with quite a few accessories. We're not really closely looking at the accessories, although Pigsy, I like that they took his pitchfork, spatula thing, whatever it's supposed to be, and upgraded it for space. Not that it really does anything more, it looks like it does, but there it is. His upgraded pitchfork. Then we got the energy weapon, or not energy, the magical energy ring thing. This guy's weird carrot blaster thing. And that, we're going to take a closer look at everybody. And we're going to take off their hair pieces, which I like that this has a special special mold for her hair with the little fancy moon piece in it. She's interesting with her blue lipstick. His hat off, not that it really matters too much with him. And the rabbit's hat. Rabot. Now, these are quite some fancy gear, although I think they could have used with some leg printing or whatever. It's like all the nice stuff is up here, and then as soon as you get below the waist, there's nothing except for her. Now she's got fully, you know, printed legs and everything, and I like the little dress thing. Pardon me as I look up her skirt, but yeah, let me turn it back. They just even got printing of the dress there, which I find it's kind of funny. Yeah. Oops. Now, interesting is the Pigsy here is actually got these short posable legs, and yeah, he's the same height as everybody else because his head is so big, plus the backpack kind of pushes his head up even higher. But yeah, he sits about the same height as everybody else, even though he's got the shorter legs. Nose over here is pretty cute with his color scheme, and the bunnies are got printing on their face, but that's about it. I'm spinning it around here. Pigsy doesn't have a second face, but you wouldn't want it anyways. It wouldn't be covered. Oh my, she's got quite the angry face, and this guy definitely has an angry face. It's don't piss off the robot. Evil robot face on the other side there. Let's take a look at that with the thing on there. Yeah. Angry Rabbit. So these are some interesting figures. One thing though, I would love to have more of these. I want more Rabots. I don't know if it's supposed to be an individual character, but I want a whole army of Rabots. Fortunately, I think this is the only set it exists in. But yeah, that'd be awesome. We've got the whole entire set here together, and we have quite a bit here to cover. There's at least 3.5 vehicles, and you'll see what I mean when I look at all the ones. Oh, actually, I don't know if that's actually counted as a vehicle, but sort of. The Carrot Rocket. We already covered the figures. They all look great. Let's start with the sort of smallest vehicle. This thing up here. It's actually a vehicle. You guys swoop away. It's a very interesting vehicle because it's probably limited, not very fast. It's looks like it's supposed to be more of like a command control module. These are supposed to be hoods with different things on it. But you also have your little controller here and another controller here along the side. So your character would... Nope, can't use her. You can't use a princess with her skirt on. You have to kind of take that off. She can't sit down. But basically like this. So, and like that. Let's turn it down here so I can see just this. Pay no attention to the other things right now. But yeah, so we got this, and it's got posable little propulsion units. So either hovers or maybe it kind of blasts off and hops around. But they are fully, not posable, not fully posable, but they rotate up, so you could adjust, how it wants, where you want to go with it. But and there's supposed to be a sticker here as well for more controls and stuff. But yeah, it's an interesting, like, kind of a command vehicle, or maybe a survey vehicle. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. And it fits right up there like that. Does make it look a little bit heavy, and there is some extra weight here, but with this on this side, it helps balance it off, so it's not too bad. And of course, when you put the rocket on here, it definitely grounds things. So that's that. It's not a super amazing vehicle, but there is some thought, put into what it actually is. Well, we're going to save the rabbit mech for last and just cover this. Since it's all kind of connected. Yeah. So we got a landing pad up here for this guy. So that definitely implies that it has some flight capabilities. If we can land way up there. Let's look at this is the main bakery. So we can take the rocket off. Which the launch base is connected right there. There's not much to that difficulty. And this is our bakery. I don't know if this is supposed to be some kind of sensory thing up here, but this is definitely some kind of carrot radar. I like to use the carrot for the radar dish, and putting the trans orange smaller cylinder inside the silver one looks really nice. It's a really nice effect. But coming to the back here, not too much in here, but what you do have, this is the bake factory, or this is the cake factory where they make the cakes. Basically, you put the raw dough there, comes out there, goes on a little conveyor belt, goes inside this heater, and it cooks it and comes out here. And when they're all decorated and everything else, they go into these little crates, which, yes, they're hollow crates, and there's our moon cakes inside there. I spilled them out. We're going to set this aside because we're going to use it again later. But you can see there, it's a 1x1 stud that sits right on top of there, nice and neat and easy. And back to the front. Got this nice windshield, you can see everything. Because they want people watching them make the cakes, I suppose. I don't know if they have tours or not, but they could. Now let's move on to the carrot rocket. You got the nice base here with this kind of launch pad area. There's a 2x4 or 2x2 plate in here, and it's only got 2 studs on it, so it's not completely connected super hard in there, so it easily comes out and goes back in. But let's take a look at this rocket. This rocket, or this giant carrot, depending on what you look at it. I really like the design and its use of parts. So this is hollow inside, and because you can open it up, and look at that. There are more crates with more cakes in there, and there's 3 in there. But this one out here can also fit in here, so you can have a total of all 4 in there, ready for delivery. I don't know where they deliver to. They send them to Earth or what, but yeah. And all of these have the little decorated mooncake dot pieces. Yeah, let's see if I can show you. So, this is on 2 hinges here, which gives it some mobility. Because what you want to do, you don't want to just do this, because it doesn't close up. You want to bring it down in tight and bring it up, and there. You can see, because if you don't do it right, it's like this, and it's not open. So you want to pull it down and slide it up in there, and it goes right underneath that gap, and that holds it in place, so it's not going to come loose. That's really neat how they did that. It's makes it look symmetrical on all 4 sides, although obviously it's not because of the one door. And this is probably the only thing that's really different from the outside that you can tell. But yeah, this is a pretty neat thing, and very fun too. It's a carrot that looks like, or no, it's a rocket that looks like a carrot. Excuse me, it's not a carrot that looks like a rocket. So I don't know if you want to classify this as a vehicle, because it's more of a transportation device than a vehicle. So that is that. Let's push these off to the side. Put everything back here so I don't lose it. I get to this here rabbit neck. Now, there's we got opposable ears. For what reason? I don't know. To look cute, because it does look cute. I mean, maybe there's supposed to be some kind of shielding mechanism there that the rabbit ears generate. Then we have our cockpit here, and this is where I say we have a half a vehicle, because inside, you see who's piloting it? We got 2 little bunny rabbits in here piloting it, and the thing is, this comes out, and you see it's got propulsion systems of its own, and becomes a little escape vehicle. So there's your half a vehicle, or what I'm calling half a vehicle. and it slips right in there. They don't even clip in. They just kind of, because those are axles. Well, these are full-blown holes, so they just kind of sit there. But it's fine. By the time you have the lid on, it's definitely not going anywhere. Plus, you tend to keep it at an angle anyway, so it's pulled down. Now, here in the front, we got two dot shooters, each fingers, and I love these arms. They're really simple, and that's what gives them kind of this, I don't know, cute appeal to it. But yeah, and they rotate all the way around. They're just on a regular joint. And before we get to the legs, though, let's head to the back here. See the little bunny rabbit tail? Isn't that cute? This whole thing is cute, but it's also awesome as well. You can pop off the back half, is a butt, and inside you have a door with more ammo for all the for the weapons. And another little control panel here. Other than that, there's not much here. And you put the back on. This is pretty secure. It's got two 2x2s. Yes, I said that right. On the back. Well, once you get it lined up, it's not going to come off too easy, but you can, you grab the whole thing and it'll pop off. I'm not going to do it again. But love the build here. You notice you got this blue color striping going all the way around, which is very nice. Nicely done. Same for the ears. Blue stripe going around the ears. Alright, down to the legs and the feet, because these are they're really nice looking. There's some creative usage of parts here to make them look really mechanical, and there's joints, but there are no joints and pistons. So yes, there's no knee joint, there's no ankle joint, there's just up rotation, which is fine because it's really kind of, it's almost like a chicken walker, so there's not really a knee thing, but you can imagine that this thing doesn't just walk, it probably hops, and so you probably wouldn't get much walking strides out of it. I mean, it's got these jet engines here in the back to help it boost it. Now there's a lot of neat little studs on side building to create the whole shape here, but what's really interesting is when you open her up or pop off the leg, because the leg, these pop off easy, and then when you want them to, they don't. Ugh. It's not a ball joint, and yeah, it doesn't have all that motion because it's inserted in. That's not the word I'm looking for, but yeah, the joint is actually inside, which is nice, and it's a neat little thing, and then I'm going to consider doing that with builds going forward. Yes, you only get the rotation, you don't get there's a little jiggle, but not much, a little jiggle of the part, but yeah, you only get the main rotation, which is fine. That's all you need for this particular joint, but it also gives you a smooth, nice smooth finish, looking like a more organic thing, unlike these arms here where you can see the joints because the joints are exterior. And you can see they're sticking out there. They don't just seem seamless like the back legs are. You can see the joints and stuff inside. So that is a different, interesting use of the parts there as well. Oh, let's open this back up again. Take this out, because when you take it out, there's really really not much there inside. Now, I think you could probably, if you took the time, could convert this to get a regular minifigure in here, but you can't as is. Not sure. It's probably going to take quite a bit of altering of the inside here to do it. See, yeah, I don't know. You might even have to make it extended out a little bit more. But that is our cute little giant robot rabbit mech. Boing, boing, boing. And I think this guy is basically supposed to be like a guard for the cake factory. You know, he's out on patrol. So cute. But yeah, that's that. Let's head back to the desk for a final eval. Back here at the desk, give you my final thoughts and the final eval. Now, I really like this set. Now, it's not for everybody, I'm sure, because it's kind of silly and kind of on the cutesy side, which isn't everybody's, but I really enjoyed it. It was really fun to put together. I learned some new techniques, and there's some great pieces in here. There's some callbacks to classic space. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, if you're not familiar with the Moon Princess mythos and stuff like that, they also use that myth story in the animated movie called Over the Moon, which was a pretty good movie, and I recommend it to anybody. So yeah, you can find out more about that there if you want. It doesn't tell the story directly. It's not directly about her, but she's involved with the story. But yeah, I really like the set. So you'll find that out as I break it down, and let's go ahead and do that. So appearance, this thing looks great on, you know, different levels. I mean, it has a certain aesthetic to it going on with the carrots and rabbit themes, but when you get down to looking at some of the details, like the detail work on this mech, it looks so nice, and there's so much going on, down to the, you know, the studs on side building, the little mechanical, looks like pistons and things on the legs and stuff like that. Looks really nice. And then you got this cake factory, which doesn't function or anything, but it looks like it does. They put some thought into how it would look, make it work. And although this is probably my least favorite looking thing in here, it is practical for what they want to do. There's nothing overly, yeah, it looks practical. It's not amazing looking. The carrot rocket looks great. Figures all look good. Said I need more of these Rabbots. Whole army of them. They can invade from the moon if they want. But yeah, so as far as appearance is going to get, it's getting a 10. On to function. Everything works really well here. You know, one could say, oh, the legs aren't fully posable. They don't need to be fully posable. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, what posing it does do is fine. And you can even get some interesting poses by moving the legs differently. Getting it to stand, maybe a little bit on the harder side, but you can balance it out in the arms and ears. The secret compartment in the back's nice. We got storage here in the carrots for shipping. It works well. Those are the only functions that really need to be considered too much. Yeah. But everything works really good, and I ended up giving it a 10. There's no reason not to. Now for fun, I feel like I might have been a little harsh on this, but it depends on how you come at this. Now, I had lots of fun building this. The mech was probably my favorite part, although there was like the rocket, a lot. I liked building a lot of this. This was a pretty fun build with unique techniques and stuff that were done. But when you get it finished, it's like, this is where things get a little shady. I mean, who exactly, is there a bad guy here? I'm pretty sure Pigsy is supposed to be a good guy. I mean, is the Moon Princess and her rabbits the bad guy? It's not really. I don't think so. But that's where things kind of lack off. There is with the story, like what exactly is going on here. I mean, they're making cakes. That's the whole story, I guess. Which, you know, that's fine. It's like, if you need to think about a city set, if you have a school, it's just a school. They're going to learn there. I mean, you're not going to have a lot of story there. But it's not that it's bad and you can't make up your own story. It's just there isn't something that's evident that's going on. And I may be a little bit harsh, but I ended up giving it a 9, which isn't bad. It's not a terrible grade at all. And you'll find out that that's the only thing less than a 10 it's going to get. Yes, on to technique, which I've already discussed a little bit. There's some awesome techniques here. They're both in the overall design of the major structures, like how the legs and stuff are put together, and some but even the details, the techniques for building some of the things for the details, and are great. And so, if you haven't figured it out yet, technique is getting a 10 as well. So, yeah, it's a really fun set. Lots of good attributes. Now, moving on to price. This came out. Yeah, it's like this was probably in the last wave that I'm going to talk about price, but we are going to talk about price here. And for once, it's good news. It was $69.99 with 609 pieces. And you do the math, it comes to 11 cents per piece. Only a penny more than standard. That is good. That is very good. I was like almost so happy to see the price and the price per part ratio being so good, and the fact that this set is so much fun. I'm like, oh, I almost want to give it an E for excellent. It didn't get an E for excellent. It's getting a G for good. Excellent is really designed for, like, if it was 8 cents per piece, we'd be talking an excellent set here. So it's getting a G for good. It still made me happy, though. And from a Monkie Kid set, no less. A lot of times these sets were a bit overpriced, but I think that's more or less the first wave of them, because they weren't sure how they were going to do, so they were trying to they put a little extra money into it, and, you know, get a little extra money out of them to pay back, because they're not going to sell as many, and then they're going to end up clearancing, you know, which then they totally start losing money on. So I don't know. I've got to look closer at the newer sets past the first wave, and I've got more to review, including this is the third wave. This is the second set and third wave I've reviewed. Probably I won't be reviewing any more from there, although there is one nice critter thing that I wouldn't mind getting, but I probably won't. But yeah, the prices are kind of wonky on these. I'll have to check them out. But that gives this final eval score a 10G, which is really good, both for the price and for the set. I love this set. Now, I know it's not for everybody. Like I said earlier, the aesthetics and what they were going for might not be everybody's cup of tea. I mean, if you want a mech, maybe you don't want a giant bunny rabbit mech. You know, that's not your cup of tea. But if you like the looks of this, this is a great set. Just say that. Yeah. So, and I have a bit of an announcement, which I kind of found out in between making this video, so it nearly need to start. Well, it'll be at the beginning probably of the next video. But I have reached 70 subscribers. We're almost to 75. And 5 more subscribers will hit that millstone. So, yes, if you enjoyed the video and you haven't subscribed here, please subscribe, hit the notification so you can get notified when I have more videos out. Also follow me on Facebook or Twitter, whichever you choose, because YouTube doesn't always get notifications. Sometimes they don't get out on time. On there, I send out notifications as soon as I get the video out. So you can check those out. And of course, give the video a like. Comment down below what you guys think of this set. You know, talk about, this is definitely not your typical set. I think there's a lot that could be talked about it. What do you guys think? For a Monkey Kid set, it's definitely different as well. But yeah. And don't forget to share with others, of course. And that's pretty much it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station, reminding you that creativity is key.